stars are shining, oh so bright. Barcelona's in the fight, kicking goals and moving fast. But this moment's made to last. Crowd is roaring, feel the heat. Barcelona can't be beat. Every player on the field, victory is what they yield. Viva Barcelona! Hey! In the game we play, oh yeah. Viva Barcelona! Oh, hear the crowd, go, go, go! Passing smooth and running free, Barcelona's destiny. In the heart of every fan, we all stand hand in hand. Viva Barcelona! Hey! In the game we play, oh yeah. Viva Barcelona! Oh, hear the crowd, go, go, go! Raise our voices to the sky. Barcelona flying high. In the fight we never fade. Every moment's history made. Raise your voices to the sky. Barcelona flying high. In the fight we never fade. Every moment's history made.